Hello YouTube friends, we're doing a tips and tricks video on doing an early economy. You may have heard the old saying that the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago and the second best time to plant a tree is right now. We look at this map, we don't have a lot of right now things we can do with the economy. We can do papyrus, but that means we're going to have to set up reeds and then set up papyrus. And here's our entrance, and here's where the reeds are, and the exports are by water. So that makes it really difficult to do papyrus as of right now. It's going to be your best choice for later in the mission, and of course you want to get started on it right away. Our second choice is beer, and we can do barley, but again, the meadows are here. We'd need to irrigate them, run a season, get some barley, send it to the breweries, produce it. Again, that's not that much of a right now economy. We have the ability to do weavers, but no flax. But this actually is our best right now economy. If you look at the map, we have a buyer for linen. We have a seller of flax. And anytime you can bring in a cheap raw material for 54 and sell a pretty decent produced item, that actually makes sense from an economy point of view, from an early immediate gratification point of view. So we'd be making over 100 a unit, selling 25 of them a year, so that's 2,500 Debens, probably year 2. Don't think we'd get that much in year 1. So everything is working for us here. We have a place to put a dock. We're close to the entrance for the Kingdom Road, so we're going to be able to get population here really fast. So the idea is to bring in flax and trade out linen. So 5 weavers will cover the 2,500 per year. We of course need to have a place to accept the flax and a place to keep the linen. And then we just need housing to supply this. So we're going to set up a small senator block very close to the entrance for the Kingdom Road. We're going to provide services for the block. We're going to make sure it doesn't fall down. We're going to make sure it doesn't burn down. Probably don't need to set up a police station. If I'm setting up a block, I usually just set it up. We'll of course be wanting to do other things on the map to set up our main economy and our main housing. We'll want to keep the gods happy. Again, you could skip this and do it in your main blocks. So this would be the beginnings of a very stable housing block. It holds 600 people pre-pottery. It's my favorite little block. We're going to min-max this a little bit just for a little bit of fun. So we're going to go live. And we've got people coming in from the Kingdom Road. Just speed it up a little. So anytime that I do a housing block, I like to get the water carriers fed. You can see this house right here that just evolved to a 2x2 has room for 20 people. As soon as a water carrier hits it, it can hold 8 more. So that's a 40% increase in your housing right off the bat. I always watch to see when that initial water carrier pops out, and I always put hygiene on priority number 1 just to get them out. And there, he just left. So now we're going to pop it off of hygiene, and we're going to open up our trade routes. We do want to have a fully stocked dock in order to make sure that people come to town. So we opened up Menefer. We're going to open up Ankami. Going to import to get that half a yard of flax. And we're going to export when over 0. And then we'll just let this fill up. We've got the dock almost employed. So we're just going to put stock and distribution on number 1. We want to make sure that when the ships come, that they do go to the dock and don't skirt us by. Although I think by the time the ships come, this fellow would be permanently employed anyways. So we've got the ships coming. The one that buys linen is, of course, peeling off. We have unemployment now, so it doesn't really matter. So with this mission also, it's a good way to talk about planting that tree. So we planted it as soon as we can. In this mission, you have a village palace. So if you think about it, the best time to start taxing people, if you're going to tax them, is right away. Because every small amount of tax income you bring in, even right from the start, is going to go against that initial investment of $11.70 for the village palace and the $98 for the tax collector's office. Because every little bit that you save on wages, even right from the start, is going to pay off in the long run. So if you need to make an investment that has a return, the best time to do it is right away. And of course, you wouldn't just do this and sit and watch it. You would be building the rest of your city, but this is a nice source of income in the first few months. So there, we've sold all of our linen. If you take a look at the map, we've bought all the flax we can this year. We've sold 1,000 of the 2,500 that we could sell. In the meanwhile, we'd be building that papyrus industry and building that beer industry and all the other things that you want to do in the early game. But this was a very quick and easy way to guarantee a 2,500 Deben income every year starting in year 2 and probably about 1,000 income in year 1. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next little tips and tricks video.